Canada's Health, Labor, and Welfare Ministry estimated that the number of people with dementia would likely continue to increase to over 7 million by 2025. Epidemic dementia, Alzheimer's, number one cause of death in UK, second or third cause of death in the US, autism skyrocketing. Our society is breaking down. The power structure is helping to break it down, but they can only carry this out if we allow it, and we have allowed it so far. Those in power are not gods. They are men and women, psychotic men and women that crave power, that have put themselves in positions of power within secret societies that are indisputably in existence if one does any real research at all, and we have allowed it. We've allowed ourselves to be entertained with new cars and iPhones and McMansions and all sorts of other sensory distractions while we're being systematically poisoned, while our planet's life support systems are being torn apart and the biosphere and ecosystems on it are imploding day after day. This reality won't continue much longer. If we stand up to this insanity, all of us together, we could yet alter the equation. Our challenges are not over, but we could alter the equation.
It's devastating the plants, totally devastating. The trees are dying.
Are they going to stop it? Because the public is concerned? Well, the public is going to have to get really, really concerned in a very, very big way. And the thing that, now that's a cynical view. A paranoid view is that, well, if the public does have a big outcry against this, well, we already know they can blatantly spray us with whatever the hell they please, and it could be, they could put us to sleep or something, they could put something in, some tranquilizers or something. We'd just be walking zombies. In a lot of ways, I think a lot of our population are walking zombies. I mean, the general lack of the ability to think critically about anything outside of one's own personal life, safety, football games, is astounding to me.
You can no longer see blue now, at least not in the same way that many of us know and remember. Your horizon has largely turned to white, and there is a very good reason that this is so. These fine, solid materials, or aerosols, are now in your way, and you will see clearly no more. The source and origin of these aerosols is now abundantly clear, and the aircraft operations have now made their mark upon this planet.
And as this issue came to my attention from losing significant amounts of solar uptake from whatever these aircraft were putting above my home, I had no choice but to investigate, and I was astounded at what I found. Didn't like what I found, started to test my rainwater, found there was an incredible amount of toxic metals in that water. Those metals matched geoengineering patents, and those amounts have escalated over the course of 5 years. In the case of aluminum, as much as 50,000% in a single rain event.
What I've learned, first by interviewing the panel of experts at EUCACH. Their website is eucach.org. Starting about 3 months ago, is that there's a new advanced technology of scalar, a new advanced scalar technology employing quantum computers, a quantum cloud, a super grid of over 1,000 grids that is connected to HAARP, and that is carrying out global mind control as follows. For example, we all see chemtrails over many cities throughout the world. I know that the last time that I was in Amsterdam, I saw chemtrails over Amsterdam. Here over Vancouver, chemtrails. Over many cities, chemtrails. Well, in those chemtrails, they actually contain nanobots, these mini bots, which come down, you breathe them in, they can go into your bloodstream, they jump the blood-brain barrier and get into your brain, and they become frequency transceivers emitting RF frequencies, which are then entrained into this super grid of the superquantum computers, the quantum cloud, and the supergrid leading up the HARP. So that's how they begin to entrain humans into the quantum scalar mind control and into the transhumanist or robotization agenda.
The way we energize this is we use externally generated electromagnetic fields. So basically, it's a magnet.
To make the device small enough, Brad had to abandon the idea that robots have to be mechanical.
Copper-colored thing here.
Instead, he focused on finding a material that would let him eliminate bulky moving parts. He chose two elements, samarium and cobalt. Combined, they form a material highly sensitive to magnetic fields.
My core quality. And I started to deal with environmental monitoring when I was in Norway. Actually, I was working in Norway in the field of electrosensitivity for a company supplying measuring material like this one and shielding materials and giving courses for the people to understand what is happening if somebody becomes electrosensitive. And when I was there, I kind of was asked to look at chemical analysis of dying plants and the rainwater that caused the plant death and soil samples, because the farmers realized they're losing parts of their harvest that year. It was 2012, but they didn't know why. So they went to the labs, and then they had the lab results and they couldn't read it. They saw values, but they didn't even know what should have been on these papers. So they addressed me as a little bit crazy scientist from Germany and asked for help. And since then, I'm working on this chemtrail topic.
Climate engineering is nothing short of weather warfare. Due to the highly toxic materials the climate engineers are spraying into our skies and skies all over the globe, climate engineering must also be considered biological warfare. We're talking about materials like aluminum, barium, strontium. Who gave the government and other governments the right to play God with Earth's weather and climate systems? Who gave them the right? Our apathy gives them the right. When we sit on the bench and do nothing while this is going on above our heads. Same is true with the vaccination cataclysm that's occurring because no one wants to stand out from the herd and say, no, this is wrong, it's enough. We have enough data now to prove what's happening is causing immense harm. It's time for us all to stand up and make our voices heard.